Hey everyone, Josh here with Fresh Start Customs, and today I'm going to show you guys really quick how to edit slot stand files. And what I mean by that is scaling them up or down in size and then correcting the slots themselves after. So this could be a single slot, or in this case there's two slots that are stacked on top of each other. You can go as many slots as long as they're all stacked on top of each other. This will be able to be pulled off like this pretty easily. So as you can see here, this is the example we're talking about is this little Santa tracker here. This is what it'll look like when it's assembled. But obviously, if you shrink this down, those slot sizes are going to get a lot thinner, and then the thickness of your board won't change because it's a physical object. So I'm going to show you guys how to edit that. I'm going to move this off to the side a little bit here, and we're going to duplicate this design. So let's go ahead and duplicate this design, show you what I'm talking about. So let's say this file is too large for you, or you wanted to turn it into like a Christmas ornament or something. You can hold down Shift and then grab the corner here, and you can scale it up as big as you need or as small as you need. We're going to go smaller in this situation. Obviously, if you go bigger, the slots are going to be too big, and then you'll have to scale it down. In this section, we're going to have to scale it up. So as you can see, if I line those slots up, it's about half the size as it once was here. So we need to make these slots thicker. We also need to double check that the width of the slot didn't change as well. It will do that when you scale up or down in size. So just double check that. The easiest way to do that, in my opinion, is just grab a rectangle tool. And you can even add like a stroke to it so you can see what you're doing here. And then you're going to hold down Control and then just drag it to the two anchor points here on the edge of your base file. And this is the width of the slot. That's what it should be. But you can also remove some of that for kerf. I always go minus 0.013. And then that is going to be the width of my slot that I want. So I'm going to highlight this, choose Copy for the width. And I don't need this reference point anymore now that I have that copied. We're going to delete that. Now we need to edit this slot here. So since it's a compound path, you're going to right click and you can click Release Compound Path, then edit it. Or you can just do like I do, double click it once to go into isolation mode, and then click it one more time so you have just this slot selected. We can now paste in our new reference width here for the slot. And then we need to change the height to our material thickness. So in this case, it is 1/4 of an inch or 1/8 of an inch. So it's 0.125 inches. And that one is all set to go. So we're going to do the same thing over here. We're going to double click and then single click on that slot by itself. We're going to paste in the width, and we're going to change that height to the material thickness. And now we are ready to go. This will fit into this unit here. You can actually line these up perfectly now, and they will stack perfectly. One thing that you do want to notice, though, is if you shrink this down, especially with these Santa trackers, if you shrink it down too much, this QR code might be hard to scan for like your phone itself. And then you want to also make sure your height didn't change as well. So let's say if you need more height, you can actually do your direct selection tool here, and then you can kind of just move your arrow key down to get some extra thickness in there that might have shrunk away, that you can go down into the slot itself. But overall, this one is all ready to go. And one other thing I did want to mention that you could do as well is, let's say you want more thickness between the slot itself and the edge of this. You can actually come in here, do that double click, and then single click the outside. You can increase your width or the height of the outside of this. And then you can do the same thing with your outside stand. And make sure you have just the outside stand selected like that. And then you can increase that width and height. And then they should still stack up perfectly on that center slot like that. And you're still good to go. So you can do a lot of different editing with this, and it's all really easy. Hopefully I didn't go too fast for you guys to follow along with that. I think this is some of the most basic kind of editing, but a lot of newer members have never seen this or known that. And the reason why is a lot of people will think they can just scale that down and then the wood fit into the slot perfectly. That's not the case. You're shrinking width, height, length, everything all at once. So those slots are going to warp and change, and you're going to have to edit them back. But overall, this is one of the easier style editing designs that you can do. And your end result's going to look like this, but just scaled down the correct way, and your thickness of your wood will now fit in the thickness of those slots. As you can see, they now match up if I line them up to the original, and that's what we're going for. That's what this whole video is about. If you guys have any questions about this or have concerns, let me know down in the comments below like always, and I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your day.